On a remote Indonesian island, hidden beneath dense jungles and volcanic cliffs, lies a riddle that has haunted science for 2 decades. Who or what was the so-called Hobbit of Flores? A species of human unlike any other, standing barely a meter tall, yet armed with fire, stone tools, and survival skills that defied the odds. Was this creature a remnant of our deep evolutionary past? A lost cousin who shared the planet with us far longer than we ever imagined? Or was it simply a trick of disease? A pathological twist in the bones of ordinary humans? The discovery sent shockwaves through anthropology. It forced us to confront an unsettling question: what if Homo sapiens were not the only storytellers, not the only dreamers of firelight in the late chapters of prehistory? And lurking beneath this puzzle is a darker inquiry. If these hobbits vanished, what enemy sealed their fate? Was it climate, predators, or us? The silence of Flores demands an answer, and every bone whispers a dangerous truth waiting to be unearthed. Flores is no ordinary island. It is a crucible shaped by fire and water, lying in the heart of Indonesia's archipelago, where the Asian and Australian worlds collide. Volcanoes rise like jagged teeth from the sea, their slopes veiled in mist. Beneath, tangled forests echo with the cries of giant storks and the stealthy tread of Komodo dragons, the largest lizards on Earth, relics of a primeval age. For tens of thousands of years, this island was isolated, cut off by deep ocean channels. Isolation forged survivors. Pygmy elephants once roamed here before vanishing into extinction. Today, the people of Flores still speak of ancestral spirits that guard caves and forests, guardians of secrets too ancient to name. It was into this timeless landscape that modern archaeologists came, armed with trowels, scythes, and notebooks. They sought evidence of early human migration through Southeast Asia. What they found in the limestone chamber of Liang Bua cave was far more than footprints of the past. It was a revelation that would challenge the very definition of human. In September 2003, deep within Liang Bua cave, the excavation team brushed away layers of compacted earth. At first, it seemed routine. Fragments of pottery, animal bones, the charred remains of ancient fires. But then, from the soil emerged a skull unlike any they had ever seen. Small, shockingly small, yet perfectly proportioned. Its brow low and sloping, its jaw delicate, its brain case barely 1/3 the size of modern humans. The team froze. Was this the skeleton of a child? Measurements said otherwise. The wisdom teeth were fully erupted. This was no child. It was an adult, standing barely 3.5 feet tall. The skeleton was christened LB1, but to the world it would become the Hobbit. Around it lay crude stone tools and evidence of hunting, suggesting intelligence far beyond what its tiny brain implied. Whispers filled the scientific community. Could this be a new species of human? Or a diseased Homo sapiens, its form twisted by pathology? The cave seemed to hold its breath, as if reluctant to surrender the full truth at once. The debate raged, and science armed itself with new tools. Teams of researchers subjected the Hobbit's bones to scrutiny that bordered on interrogation. CT scans revealed the intricate geometry of the skull, each curve mapped in 3 dimensions. Ancient DNA extraction was attempted, though the tropics had ravaged genetic material beyond easy recovery. Still, proteins and fragments whispered stories where whole genomes could not. Paleopathologists stepped in, testing the theory of disease. Could this be a human with microcephaly? The shape of the skull said otherwise. The proportions of the limbs, the thickness of the jaw, the unique curvature of the wrist, all betrayed a lineage apart. Meanwhile, paleoanthropologists modeled the island's ecosystem. Climate simulations reconstructed the forests and savannas of the Pleistocene. Experimental archaeologists chipped stone to replicate the Hobbit's tools, testing whether such small beings could hunt, butcher, and survive against Flores' formidable predators. Piece by piece, evidence accumulated, painting a picture of a tiny yet capable hominin. The Hobbit refused to be dismissed, demanding recognition as something extraordinary, Homo Floresiensis. Then came the breakthrough that split the field in two. Comparative analysis showed that Homo Floresiensis was not a diseased outlier of our own species, but a distinct branch of humanity. More astonishing still, Its features suggested deep evolutionary roots, perhaps tracing back to Homo erectus, or even earlier, to Australopithecus like ancestors once thought confined to Africa. If true, it meant that human history was not a straight line, but a tangled web. The revelation shook anthropology to its core. At conferences, rival factions clashed. One camp clung to pathology, insisting the Hobbit was nothing but a sick modern human. Another camp, emboldened by evidence, declared it a relic of an entirely different species. Heated debates spilled from lecture halls into headlines. And yet, amid the scholarly chaos, one question loomed like a shadow. If Homo floresiensis truly walked the earth as recently as 50,000 years ago, what happened to them? Did climate change wipe them out? Or, more unsettling, did they fall to the same enemy that has silenced so many others? Us? The Hobbit story is more than an academic puzzle. Its existence rewrites the human saga. No longer are we the sole survivors of an ancient clan. As recently as the Ice Age, the planet may have hosted not one, but several species of humans. Neanderthals in Europe, Denisovans in Asia, Homo sapiens spreading outward, and on Flores, the diminutive Homo floresiensis. This revelation forces us to rethink survival itself. Why did we endure while others perished? Was it intelligence, cooperation, adaptability, or was it competition, conquest, and the silent erasure of rivals? In The Hobbit's bones, we glimpse both possibility and warning. The discovery also reverberates into modern science. Studies of dwarfism, brain development, and adaptation to extreme environments all find new footholds in the Hobbit's anatomy. Conservationists warn that just as we once may have extinguished our cousins, today we drive countless species to the brink. The echoes are uncomfortable, undeniable. The fate of Flores' hobbits may mirror our treatment of the living world now. History's question returns, sharpened. Who is the real enemy? Today, Liang Bua cave lies quiet, its limestone walls stained by time, its floor layered with the debris of vanished lives. Visitors walk softly, as though afraid to disturb the spirits of those who once huddled here against the dark. Scientists continue to probe, drilling cores, sifting sediment, scanning fossils. But the cave guards its last secrets fiercely. Did the hobbits ever meet modern humans? Were they destroyed in violence, or did they fade slowly as climates shifted and resources dwindled? The record is incomplete, its final lines missing. And yet, in every excavated fragment, a voice endures. Small, insistent, defiant. Perhaps the greatest revelation of all is not that they were different, but that they were human in their own way. Builders of tools, wielders of fire, survivors on an unforgiving island. Their story is unfinished, their fate unresolved. And so, the camera lingers on the cave's shadowed entrance, as if daring us to ask, if we ever find the real enemy, will we recognize it, or will we see only our own reflection staring back?